Hey there, David Paulides with the Can-Am Missing Project, and welcome to the North Fork of the Flathead River. We're probably 3 miles from the majestic Glacier National Park. The water's running low. It's what we call gin clear, beautiful, but makes the fishing tough. And the beauty can be deeply deceiving. Out here, deep in the wilderness, the normal rules of the world seem to dissolve. This dissolution is exactly what the phenomenon known as Missing 411 is all about. I must quickly mention that my film, Missing 411, The Hunted, is available for free to Amazon Prime members. Your support and your reviews are crucial, helping us to light a candle in this unsettling darkness. I was out recently huckleberry picking, and I spent a lot of time just watching the other pickers. They were focused heads down, gently concentrating on their task. They weren't looking around. They weren't paying attention to what was coming up on them. This intense, isolated concentration is a recurring factor in the Missing 411 profile. People disappear while performing these focused, solitary tasks like picking berries or mushrooms. And when we investigate, we find absolutely no evidence of animal predation. We vet out animal attacks immediately. The classic cases I've documented, like the First Nations lady who vanished near Lexus Creek in British Columbia in 2004, they fit the profile perfectly. She walked off after lunch and was never seen again. Just gone. People constantly ask me, if it's not animals, what kind of intelligence or force is responsible? I've written 5 books on this topic, and the patterns are undeniable. Disappearances occur in clusters, geographic hotspots, where people vanish under circumstances that defy all conventional logic. In these key areas, witnesses often report something unusual, something other than wildlife, right before an incident. Let's discuss 2 recent cases that fit the classic Missing 411 profile points. These disappearances happened just 5 days apart, only about 100 air miles from each other in the rugged Sierra Nevada mountains of California. There's a clear signature here. Massive granite formations, proximity to water, and a terrifying speed of disappearance. First, Syed Ahmadi, 66 years old. He disappeared on July 9th from Icehouse Reservoir, right on the edge of the Desolation Valley Wilderness. The area is dominated by massive granite boulders, a critical profile point. He got separated from friends crossing a creek and called them at 3:30 p.m. He said he was lost, but he could clearly see the reservoir and a dirt road. He had his cell phone, he was near a road, yet he still couldn't get back to safety. A big man, 6'2", an experienced hiker, not a fragile individual. Despite massive search and rescue efforts, helicopters with FLIR, and dozens of ground teams, Mr. Ahmadi has not been found. This isn't a simple mistake. 5 days earlier, on July 4th, Sandra Hughes, 54, disappeared near Johnson Meadows, just outside Yosemite National Park. She was an accountant, but her first degree was in wilderness survival. She knew the woods, she was comfortable, yet her vanishing was anything but comfortable. What was found was deeply disturbing: a disheveled campsite, intact food, and personal paperwork that had been destroyed. Her car was found after it had slow rolled into a tree. Canines tracked her scent to a bridge and lost it. A classic pattern of sudden, absolute termination of a trail. Then, 2.5 miles away, inside Yosemite, they found her sleeping bag. But here is the most unsettling detail. Sandra was seen by hikers near the Chiquito Pass trailhead. She was barefoot, and she had a distinct bruise on her face. Why would a survival expert be walking barefoot in the Sierras? It defies every rule of logic and survival. It suggests distress, intense disorientation, perhaps even being dropped or expelled from a confusing, frightening experience. 2 profiles, nearly identical. Near water, near granite, experienced people, and no recovery. In a short span, 2 individuals fitting the Missing 411 criteria were simply erased. The area where Sandra Hughes disappeared, the perimeter around Yosemite, is statistically the largest cluster of missing people in the world. It's a fact that the National Park Service will not acknowledge. The government refuses to give us a definitive list of the missing. They are intentionally suppressing information about these impossible vanishings. When we analyze cases like Paulides and Hughes's, the impossibility of them just walking away, the common profile points, the proximity to granite and known magnetic anomalies, we must consider the unconventional. Something that operates outside the boundaries of search and rescue procedure. Something that is neither man nor beast. Some of the highest strangeness cases I've documented for missing 411 involve witnesses reporting sudden, localized fog, strange low-frequency sounds that cause intense nausea, or an immediate, paralyzing sense of dread right before a disappearance. I have come to hypothesize that in these concentrated areas, temporary, localized, dimensional rifts are possible. A momentary tear in the fabric of our reality. Think of it as an unstable portal, brief and invisible. This could explain the barefoot victims, the immediate loss of scent by canines, and the complete vanishing of large, well-equipped individuals in areas that have been searched multiple times. Perhaps a non-human intelligence, a cryptid like a subterranean entity, or an unseen force is manipulating these brief windows, pulling our loved ones out of our reality and into the void. It's a terrifying thought that the beautiful woods you walk into could hold a momentary, unstable opening to something terrifyingly other. And this leads to another concern: official silence. The government will not acknowledge the missing 411 pattern. They will not give us a list of the missing. They are keeping the public in the dark about a serious, ongoing threat in our national parks and forests. We, the public, have the right to know what is truly happening on our land. The reality of these forced disappearances is too severe to be met with bureaucratic silence. I will never tell you to stop visiting our national parks and forests. It is our property, and we need to enjoy and protect it. But you must be prepared. If you go to the woods this year, carry bear spray or a firearm if you are adaptive. And most importantly, always carry a personal locator beacon. A PLB is your fail-safe. It sends a signal directly to satellites, overriding cellular dead zones and ground confusion. Too many people who fit the missing 411 profile didn't know these devices existed. Look them up. Get one. Until the public is made fully aware of this crisis, and until our government acknowledges the reality of the missing people, I will keep coming to you daily, weekly, monthly. We sincerely appreciate your support. Please, spread the word, post this video, be safe, and remember what the wilderness truly holds. Thank you for watching, and be aware of the void.